All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. I had to take a quick break from my subathon because guess what? I just got invited to the closed alpha for Stormgate. I am so bloody excited. It's starting up in July. I imagine this is just like the very first stage of testing, and I don't expect the game to be finished by any means. A closed alpha obviously is just going to be them getting feedback and stuff, but a chance to finally get hands-on with the engine and the game being built by all of the RTS veterans that we're so excited for. People who are really putting the only serious effort we've ever seen to creating a true spiritual successor towards StarCraft 2. Now, I heard that I was invited and accepted into this at the same time as I heard about a whole bunch of other really cool secret news that I wish I could tell you about, but I can't. So a few days ago, there was the Stormgate VIP Summit. They got a bunch of content creators and people like myself feel very special that they call me a VIP, a very important pig. And they got us to come. We sat in a call or whatever, and they showed us just a bunch of amazing stuff about the game. All I'm really allowed to tell you right now is that it was awesome. You know, my general impressions is because they're announcing a whole bunch of stuff and they're doing a big reveal of a whole bunch of stuff at the PC gaming show. That's going to be on Sunday, June 11th. I believe some content creators will be co-streaming it. I will see if I can co-stream it. Otherwise, I'll do some content after it drops, kind of reviewing the material. But just what can I share? I mean, I can share my impression. My impression is awesome. Things look really cool. And a lot of the kind of little worries that started to creep into my head just because I was thinking about what could go wrong with like such a big scope of development. When I saw what they had to show, which I can't share, I really want to talk about the specifics. Yeah, just it looks really good. It looks really exciting. It looks really clean. I can't wait until I can talk to you about it more when we're actually, having that reveal on June 11 at the PC gaming show. So get excited. Obviously, with closed alpha around the corner, even though that's closed alpha, and you guys probably aren't going to be seeing footage of that. The thing is, the game is clearly getting to a playable state, and they've already talked about playing in-house tournaments and all sorts of things like that. With like Neuro and stuff, went down there and got to play it at their office. So this is bloody exciting. So other than just being a complete tease, they did also drop some assets, which I don't know if they've actually shown these publicly before. And they said, I'm allowed to show these. So let's take a look. So we've got here, what looks like a bunch of buildings, right? And I think what was most exciting here about these images is you can see compared to the earlier artworks we were seeing, which were mostly concept art and some, kind of like concept in-game footage. A lot of people are saying it was looking kind of like a mobile game. Oh, I don't know if that's the art style I want. I want it to be, grittier. I want it to have more detail, this or that. I think if you look at the detail in this, I mean, you can tell it just pops. It's going to be visibly super clear. It's got a very distinctive art style. And I actually think it looks really, really good. Because remember, you need things to pop in an RTS so that they can be visually recognizable. What I love about Warcraft and StarCraft especially, I think Company of Heroes does a surprisingly good job for a realistic kind of style RTS, is that the units are very distinctive in that kind of shape and the way they pop off the screen, which when you're looking down at an army is surprisingly hard to do because of the scale. But you can see here, even quite zoomed in, the detail is really awesome, and I'm loving like the color schemes and the way everything's popping. It's pre-alpha. I'm sure things won't look quite like this. I mean, you look at the old StarCraft 2 beta and alpha models, and they don't look anything like what they ended up looking like. But I'm loving that we're starting to see a lot more buildings and things are starting to get really rounded out. To me, I look at that and that looks way better just in terms of the detail compared to the earlier bits of sort of in-game artwork that we saw. I don't know if it's the shadows or like the lighting, but you can just, I don't know, it just looks better. It looks more detailed. It's still got a kind of cartoony pop to it, but it looks fantastic at the same time. I don't really know how to describe that. I always felt like StarCraft and Warcraft are very cartoony graphics, but they're detailed enough and beautiful enough, and they all kind of just blend really well while being very distinctive. So I'm pretty excited by this, seeing a little bit of terrain. A chicken critter. They're going to have chickens, and what's the bet you can click on it to explode it? And another big old mech there as well. Is that the last one? I think that's the last one. So just a couple images to share with you guys. Obviously, it's exciting to get this game into our hands. I really feel that obviously some people might be going, oh, it's overhyped. Other people haven't heard about it still, just because I guess the RTS scene hasn't had as much pop for a while. I honestly feel like there's not much overhype going. I think the only thing is expectation. People are probably, I think some people are expecting like a super finished product, but I think what we're going to be seeing through this alpha and the future ones is going to be, and then the betas when those come open, is that literally it's going to be a little bit more of a game that probably develops in front of our eyes, simply because it is being made in way less of the time. StarCraft 2 did definitely not have a closed alpha this soon into development. It took like 3-4 times as long to make. So I think it's going to be something we see it evolve. I think it's going to have, as long as the engine and the core gameplay in terms of like how the units work and how it can be built upon is solid, they can flesh out balance and design and extra game modes as time goes on. But I really love the fact that their philosophy from the start has been build a sick engine within Unreal, build all these custom tools and things to turn, you know, an FPS engine into a actually good RTS engine that can manage hundreds and thousands of units. So we don't know exactly when in July the beta is dropping, or this closed alpha, sorry, but it's not just people like myself that can get in, streamers and stuff. I believe it says they're selected through a combination of lottery, so there will just be some completely random people from the community if you've signed up, and specific testing criteria. And it will also include people who registered for the closed beta on playstormgate.com. So get over to playstormgate.com, click on that, register, and go on Steam and wishlist the game. This is a huge thing they're pushing for. Basically, that's a big way, I would imagine it's so they can get more investment to make sure the development's good. If you want the game to be as finished as possible when it comes out, get over to Steam and wishlist it. I believe they just cracked top 100 wishlisted games on Steam, which is apparently a pretty big milestone, especially for an RTS game. But get over there, wishlist it, go over to playstormgate.com and sign up for the closed alpha. Who knows, maybe you get in as well. I hope you're excited. I am. I wish I had more to share. I will be able to actually do a more in-depth video talking about specifics after June 11th. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and good night.